Some bikes arrive with hype, others with headlines. But this one, it arrives with history, grit, and more questions than answers. In this video, we're diving deep into the 2025 Suzuki RM Z450. We'll break down what's new, what stayed the same, and whether this stubborn old legend still belongs on today's tracks. From engine performance to suspension tweaks, from cornering to controversy, it's all here. And trust me, there's a twist near the end that no one saw coming. Let's start where all great stories begin, with legacy. The RM Z450 helped define 450 motocross back in the mid-2000s. It cornered like no other. It was razor-sharp, affordable, and everywhere, from amateur pits to pro paddocks. But while other brands jumped into the future with electronic rider aids, electric start, and updated chassis, Suzuki took a different path. Slow and steady, minimal updates, and a die-hard following. In recent years, it's been criticized for being outdated, but is that fair? Or are we overlooking what actually makes the RM Z450 great? Engine and performance, predictable power. Under the hood, or rather under the plastics, the 2025 RM Z450 sticks with Suzuki's tried-and-true 449 comic centimeter DOHC single-cylinder engine. No traction control, no ride-by-wire, no map switch. But what you do get is a broad, usable power band that prioritizes control over chaos, smooth low end, strong mid-range, and while it doesn't scream up top like the latest YZ or KTM, it's plenty fast in the hands of a smart rider. Suzuki's dual fuel injection system remains, and it keeps throttle response crisp and clean, especially when rolling out of corners or powering through ruts. It's not flashy, it's not the fastest, but it's reliable, rideable, and easy to race. Suspension, finally some progress. Here's where things get interesting. The 2025 RM Z450 gets updated suspension settings for both the Showa 49mm coil spring fork and the Showa BFRC rear shock. Suzuki hasn't changed the hardware, but it's revalved the internals. That means more control under high-speed compression, improved rear-end stability on square-edged hits, better balance overall. It's not a game-changer, but it feels better right out of the box, especially for intermediate riders and lighter pros who felt the old setup was too soft or unsettled. If you're racing or riding on rougher tracks, you'll appreciate the difference. Chassis and handling, cornering king. This is where the RM Z450 still dominates. The twin-spar aluminum frame may be aging, but its geometry is tuned for one thing: cornering precision. No bike in this class feels as natural diving into turns. Front-end feel is excellent, weight transfer is predictable, and that Suzuki turning magic, still very real. At around 247 pounds wet, it's not the lightest 450, but because the center of gravity is low and this is a weapon in tight corners, flat turns, or anywhere that rewards throttle finesse and flow. Brakes, clutch, and controls. For 2025, Suzuki revised the front brake master cylinder, giving it better bite and feedback. It's a subtle change, but noticeable for aggressive riders. The rear brake is still solid, and the clutch is old-school cable, reliable but stiff compared to the hydraulic units on most rivals. Controls are basic, clean, and familiar. If you're used to older bikes, you'll feel right at home. If you're coming from a new-gen Austrian machine, this will feel like going back a decade. What's still missing? Let's be honest. There's still no electric start, no selectable ride modes, no smartphone tuning, and no traction control. For a 2025 machine, that feels dated. Some riders love the simplicity, others see it as a deal breaker. Either way, Suzuki clearly believes in the "if it ain't broke" mindset, though that strategy is wearing thin in today's high-tech racing scene. Who should ride the RM Z450? The RM Z450 isn't trying to be everything for everyone. It's for the privateer racer who wants a dependable machine without the $11,000+ price tag. It's for the weekend rider who values cornering feel and simplicity over tech overload. It's for the veteran who doesn't need all the gadgets, just a good bike that does the job. At an estimated MSRP around $9,199, it's the most affordable 450 from a Japanese brand in 2025. The surprise twist, RMZ450X incoming. Here's where things get interesting. Late 2025 will see the release of the all-new RMZ450X, Suzuki's first full-size off-road enduro variant in years. That bike will feature a wide-ratio 5-speed gearbox, 18-inch rear wheel, electric start, off-road tuned suspension, and finally, a battery and starter motor. Suzuki may not have reinvented the RMZ450 yet, but this X model hints at a shift in mindset. The company may be laying the foundation for an all-new platform in the near future, possibly electric start motocross bikes by 2026. So while 2025 isn't the revolution, it could be the calm before the evolution. So, what do we make of the 2025 Suzuki RMZ450? It's not flashy, it's not groundbreaking, but it knows exactly what it is. A corner-carving, torque-rich, simple, rugged motocross bike that's easy to maintain, fun to ride, and still capable of winning in the right hands. If you're a high-level pro chasing milliseconds, this might not be your bike. But if you're a rider who values feel over features, the RMZ450 still has plenty of fight left in it. This was your full-throttle breakdown of the 2025 Suzuki RM